does Danny Rohl need to look in Scotland? Because he said today at the presser he wants players who understand what playing for Rangers is all about, understand the intensity and the pressure. Now, I would argue in the summer, Rangers missed, I've spoken about this a million times on here, missed big opportunities to go and get guys like Lawrence Shankland or James Penrice and even Scottish players that that weren't playing in this league. Scott McKenna and stuff like that. But if he's wanting guys that are suited to this league, does he need to look in Scotland? Does he need to look at Scottish players?
I definitely think it's an aspect of the Rangers squad that has been lacking for several years now. I mean, you think about that Steven Gerrard squad, there was a lot of imports, but there were guys within that team that knew what it meant to play for Rangers and the importance of how you approach games and even just the local knowledge about it's like going to different grounds and the kind of hostility that you can face in away grounds. And listen, I mean, even the Rangers' successes of late in terms of recruitment, they've had issues with guys getting settled in. I mean, I remember last year Philippe Clement talking about Hamza Gamani and how it took him a couple of months, moving from Africa, moving from Morocco, totally different culture, totally different climate, totally different, just an environment entirely. And that's before you even step in a football pitch and try to get your head around Scottish football. So if there's always going to be a transition period, and some players will cope with it quicker than others. But I think if you've got guys coming in from certainly that have that local knowledge, whether they're Scottish or not, but the fact that they've played in Scotland and are aware of these things, I think that negates some of the risk. Now, that's not to say that, take for example, Lyle Cameron playing for Dundee is in any way a preparation for playing for Rangers. I mean, they're, in some ways polar opposites. But I do think that lack of Scottish identity has been badly lacked in recent years. I think, as you say, Rangers have missed numerous opportunities to sign guys who have that, would bring that Scottish flavour to the team, but more importantly, just know what it means to the fans. That they don't need to have this settling in period of a draw here's not seen as a good result, right? Okay, I get it now, but by the point they cotton onto it, you might only be 7 games in, as with Russell Martin found out, but 7 games in is too late. So you need guys that are aware of what's needed from the get-go. So I do think, listen, we've discussed the missed opportunities, your Doigs, your Lewis Fergusons, your Lennon Millers, the list is pretty lengthy. The guys that they should have been signed and weren't signed. So I think
it's a problem, Andy. I mean, as I say, I've been banging on about this for a while, and we were talking about it again last night. But you think that performance at the weekend, the draw against Falkirk, the biggest thing that upped fans who were there and angered the fans, you can sense it even with the fan media boys that were in the press conference post-match. The thing that annoys them the most is just that lack of urgency, lack of desire, lack of hunger and appetite to go and win games like that. I mean, I said it myself post-match on the hotline live, 20 minutes to go, Rangers are 0-0 at home to Falkirk. There's players walking to take throw-ins, and just no sense of urgency, no sense of what a victory might mean in terms of...
Especially the day after Hearts have dropped points. I mean, that's all the incentive they should need. I mean, listen, you should know a Rangers team should be, with the greatest respect to Falkirk and to John McGlynn, but a Rangers team, especially the amount of money that's been spent on it this season, should be walking all over Falkirk, especially at home.